We are covering the Situational Judgment Test, or SJT section of the Air Force Officer Qualifying Test, the AFOQT. This subtest is unique in its format and what it measures. You will face 50 questions in 35 minutes, presenting you with various interpersonal and leadership scenarios that a junior officer might encounter. And the single least effective response. This dual response requirement is a critical feature of the test. Your answers are not graded against a simple right or wrong key. Instead, they are scored based on how closely they align with the consensus judgment of experienced U.S. Air Force officers. Essentially, you're being measured against the leadership and decision-making standards of seasoned professionals. It's important to understand that the SJT does not contribute to any of your main composite scores like pilot, CSO, or academic aptitude. Instead, selection boards use it as a soft skill signal to gauge your leadership potential and character. A poor score can be a significant red flag. Let's walk through a concrete example. Imagine a scenario where a team member confides in you that they are struggling to meet deadlines and feel overwhelmed. One possible action is to tell them everyone is busy and they need to manage their time better. Another is to offer to review their workload to assess if it's equitable. A third option could be to immediately report their struggles to your superior. The least effective response is likely the first one. It's dismissive and fails to address the potential for a real issue. The most effective response is to objectively review their workload. This demonstrates fairness and a data-driven approach to problem solving, which are key officer traits. A common exam trap is choosing answers that sound decisive but are actually overly aggressive or dismissive. Another trap is selecting passive responses, like doing nothing to avoid conflict. The test is looking for proactive, fair, and supportive leadership that aligns with Air Force core values of integrity, service, and excellence. To help remember the ideal approach, use the mnemonic A.I.R. Assess, involve, and respond. First, assess the situation objectively and gather facts. Don't just react. Second, involve the relevant parties respectfully, communicate directly and professionally. Finally, respond with a fair and decisive action that upholds standards and takes care of your people. This framework helps avoid the common traps of being too harsh or too passive. The SJT is fundamentally a test of your judgment and potential to lead. The scenarios are designed to be realistic, reflecting challenges in communication, resource management, and mentorship. There is no penalty for guessing, so you should answer every question. Work quickly but deliberately, ensuring you select both the most and least effective option for each of the 50 scenarios before your 35 minutes are up. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.